Greetings, fellow moviegoers, and welcome to Movie Central, the place to talk about movies, TV shows based on movies, toys based on movies, games based on movies, and rides based on movies. My name is Mr. CCS, and this is my pet gorilla, George. Star Wars spin-offs. Ever since 1978, the Star Wars series has seen many spin-offs from the original films. That tradition continues over 40 years later, with several TV shows in the works lately. But as I said before, there was a time where Disney wanted these spin-offs in theaters. With the success of Rogue One, it only made sense to bring another one of these spin-off films, and who did they base it off of? Han Solo. Surely that movie would have made box office money. No, it didn't. But that doesn't mean it was bad, does it? Well, let's figure that out today. This is Solo: A Star Wars Story. Board the Millennium Falcon and journey to a galaxy far, far away in Solo: A Star Wars Story, an all-new adventure with the most beloved scoundrel in the galaxy. Through a series of daring escapades deep within a dark and dangerous criminal underworld, Han Solo, played by Alden Ehrenreich, sorry if I butchered that name, meets his mighty future co-pilot, Chewbacca, played by Gina Suotmo, and encounters the notorious gambler Lando Calrissian, played by childish Gambino himself, Donald Glover, in a journey that will set the course of one of the Star Wars saga's most unlikely heroes. Okay, this has a slew of problems on its hands. Let's talk about this movie right now to analyze it. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. The guy who plays Han Solo is miscast. He doesn't look, sound, walk, or do pretty much anything like the original character did. The closest he gets is flying the Falcon and winning a game of space checkers, which was way better not being seen on screen, TBH. The only moments I thought Han Solo was Han Solo in this film was the Kessel Run moment. And I'm not even going to show that because, well, I don't want to spoil it. That was something that many fans wanted to see on screen. But yes, the butchering of Han Solo is the biggest problem with this film. The other characters range from great to okay. I like Tobias Beckett. I think he's the right kind of photo face. Spoilers, Disney pulls another twist villain on you guys. Again. That aside, he's a good villain. Kira, on the other hand, is just okay. She's not great because you know that she's a love interest, and we know that Han and Leia get together in the original trilogy. So she just comes off as pointless. The point where she's good is that little nice segment at the end where she's revealed to be a sidekick to a villain that would have been explored in the sequels that are now never going to happen. But I'll get there soon. Now we have Dryden Voss. The concept art had him look like an amphibious creature, which would have been stellar, but instead, he's just lame. And he's taken out so easily. Guys, come on, really? Why do you keep having main villains set up only to twist the plot with someone you know isn't a villain? That's just lazy writing. Whew. Okay, now it's time for Lando, who's the best character because he acts and feels like the real Lando. Sure, he's no Billy D. Williams, but he is a close second. Now we get to a cameo that is actually my favorite part of the movie in general. That cameo is, drumroll please, Darth Maul. And this takes place after The Phantom Menace and the Clone Wars series. This really had me gasp in the theater when I watched this. And that's why his cameo is my favorite part. Dear Disney, please make a Darth Maul fan film into a reality. Please! Okay, how are the visuals? Well, they're good, but the ones that are kind of distracting are the ones you know are fake, like Lady Proxima, that monkey creature, and the dogs on Corellia. But other than that, they are good. Now, the music was done by John Powell, and it's fine. That's all I will say. It's just fine. The action is also good. The train sequence and the opening scenes are my personal favorite. My final verdict is that this film is not good. In fact, it's one of the worst in the Star Wars franchise. The story is Michael Bay-esque, the characters are but at least the visuals are good, and the action is good, and the music is okay. I say watch it if you're a hardcore fan, but just skip it if you want to binge watch the series. Like my last Star Wars review, I have two scores. The first one is as a movie, where it gets a 6 out of 10, but as a Star Wars movie, it gets a 9 out of 10. In the end, this movie is not good, but it is more watchable than The Last Jedi ever was and ever will be. Well, that's it for this review. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Tune in next week where I'm going to announce stuff. Yeah, I know, but I promised you I would. With that said, I'm Mr. CCS. This is Movie Central, and that, my friends, is a wrap. See you next week.